Live from Broadcast Central, it's Fairgrove's Falcon broadcast.
Welcome to today's Fairgrove Falcon broadcast. I'm Destiny from Room 9.
And I'm Lucian from Room 22. Today is Wednesday, June 8th, 2011. An Ohio woman who just turned 100 years old has taken customer loyalty to the extreme. She's still using a bank savings account that's been around almost as long as she has, since the year before World War I. June Gregg recently mentioned to a friend that her account is the same one her father opened for her in January 1913, when she wasn't even a year and a half old. That perked my ears up because I was like, 1913? Said Doug Shoemaker, general manager of what's now a Huntington National Bank. The bank's investigation found out that not only was it the same account, but also the account number changed only once, when Huntington acquired the plainly named savings bank in the early 1980s, Shoemaker said.
Hundreds of trash trucks across California are rumbling down city streets using clean fuel made from a dirty source, garbage. The fuel is from rotting fuels that San Francisco and Oakland residents and businesses have been discarding in Altamont landfill since 1980. Since November, the gas created from garbage has been sucked into tubes and changed into liquid natural gas. Almost 500 waste management, garbage, and recycling trucks run on this new source of environmentally friendly fuel instead of dirty diesel. The world would never be the same.
And now it's time for today's 3D World weather. Take it away, Danny.
Today's weather is from the China Pavilion in Shanghai, China. The China Pavilion at the Expo 2010 is in Shanghai, known as the Oriental Crown, was the largest national pavilion in the China Expo, and the largest display in the history of the World Expo. The 69.9 meter high pavilion, the tallest structure at the Expo, is dubbed the Oriental Crown because of its resemblance to an ancient Chinese crown. It symbolizes the unique charm of Chinese architecture and the unity and strength. It represents the union between heaven and earth. The weather is foggy and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And as they say in China, Joy Jen.
Now here's our local forecast. Our guest meteorologist is Danny. Can you tell us what the weather will be?
Today's weather is partly cloudy, current temperature 64, high temperature 65.
Thank you, Danny.
And now it's time for our word of the day. Blarney means A, blanket, B, flattery, C, a pair of glasses. If you said B, flattery, you're right.
Let's check up on what's happening around our campus this week. This month our character counts trait is respect. 6th graders, get ready to take on the teachers with a bit of baseball. 3 more days until school ends. Yearbooks will be sold at the softball game. And now we have an interview with a special guest from KCOI.
Hi, I'm Chloe, and this is Patty Pyburn from KCOI, and today KCOI film Falcon broadcast. So, tell us about your job and what you do.
Well, what I do every morning is not a lot different from what you students in the Falcon broadcast do every morning. And typically, I go out to different places around the Central Coast and I interview people just like you're interviewing me right now. And we find out about all different things that are happening on the Central Coast. We covered the Amgen bicycle race a couple weeks ago. Later on this week, we'll be covering the AIDS life cycle. We have a lot of cyclists riding across the Central Coast. So all sorts of different things.
Cool. So, How did you end up doing what you do now?
Well, when I was in elementary school, like you all, I decided that I wanted to be involved in news, and I really got that interest in news from my grandfather, because he was an avid news watcher, and he liked to watch programs like Dateline and 60 Minutes, and that inspired me to be a journalist. So after high school, I went to Arizona State University, and I got a degree in political science and also news broadcast. And then from there, I started working at a TV station, and that was about 16 years ago.
Okay, cool. And what's your typical day like?
Well, I don't know if you want to hear this, Chloe. My typical day starts about 2:30 in the morning when my alarm goes off. Yes, and I send scripts and information into the station from home so that they know what my story is. They have all the information for my story for the day. And then I go and I meet Erin, my photographer, who's here with me. And we meet at our location like we are today here at your school. And we have to set up our equipment and get ready, and then we interview people, and we spend several hours doing that. And then we also tape a story that we'll show later on the news. We also put our story on the internet so people can see it on our website. And once I finish up with all of that, then I head off to school, to campus, and teach class typically 5 days a week.
Wow.
Wow. Wow is right. It's a long day.
Okay, that's really cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chloe.
Today's lunch is Cook's Choice salad and salad bar and fruit. Tomorrow's lunch is Cook's Choice salad bar and fruit. Can you tell us whose birthdays were celebrated today and yesterday?
Of course I can. Madeline from Mr. Metzel and Gavin from Miss Hanson. Happy birthday.
And that's all for today's Falcon broadcast. Thank you for joining us. As they say in China, Joy Jin.